I like the spiciness. I like that. Got a great crunch, let me tell you. Not bad. I'm having a hard time describing it.
This is a New York City hot dog vendor trying Korean corn dogs for the first time. But what do Korean corn dogs have anything to do with a hot dog? Brief history lesson. To truly understand the history of hot dogs, we must first take a look at the most important component, the sausage. The first mention of sausage dates all the way back to Homer's Odyssey during the 7th century, where he mentions the following.
As when a man besides a great fire has filled a sausage with fat and blood, and turns it this way and that, and is very eager to get it quickly roasted.
In other words, cook that glizzy over the fire. However, it wasn't until the 19th century when German immigrants brought their sausage called the Wiener to America when the modern day American hot dog started to take form. Now, at this point, there were many theories on who was the first to wrap their bun around their wiener. Was it this guy? Or was it this guy? Or even this guy? Honestly, no one knows. Now, one of the strongest claims comes from Harry M. Stevens, who is a food concessionaire. The claim is that while working at the New York Polo Grounds in 1901, he came up with the idea of using small French rolls to hold sausages when the wax paper they used ran out. And of course, the rest was history as hot dogs became a staple in American food culture. But wait, Mike, that still does not explain how Korean hot dogs came about. You see, Korean hot dogs are actually just corn dogs, and they first appear all the way on the other side of the world in South Korea during the 1980s due to the increased exposure to Western foods. It's basically the American corn dog, a concept that came from the hot dog but reimagined. And this became an instant hit. So today we brought in New York City's king of hot dog, Dan Rossy, and he is gonna be trying some Korean hot dogs for the first time. But first, we gotta try a good old-fashioned New York style hot dog.
My name's Dan Rossi and I'm a hot dog vendor. Yeah, we're at 82nd and 5th in Manhattan, right in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, dead center in front of the door. I made my first push cart in 1979. It's like 45 years ago, something like that. So we've been around. No matter where you come from in the world, when you come to New York City, you want a New York hot dog. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't even know what a hot dog is. Yeah. You heard about it, that's what you want, and that's what we give you.
Let's go try a hot dog.
What we do is we cook them to a certain point. Now there's no burners lit over here on this side, so we don't burn them. And then what we do is, all it takes is 10, 20 seconds to get it hot again. Roll, napkin, I like spicy mustard. You got sauerkraut. Now what takes time is that you gotta drain the sauerkraut. Cooked onion, that's a New York hot dog. That's the best hot dog you're gonna have.
And it's best served right off the grill, right?
Right off the grill, you gotta eat it hot.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna have a bite. Wow.
It's a good hot dog.
That's a hot dog.
Yeah. And the whole key is if you came 6 months from now, you're gonna get that same hot dog. Yep. There's no nonsense. You know?
Nothing overpowers each other, you know? It's like a nice little balance.
There's other time, if you put everything on here, you don't want it. You don't know what you're tasting, you know?
Now, after spending some time with Dan, I came to realize that he's not just a hot dog vendor. Dan actually served as a sergeant in the US Marine Corps as a machine gunner during the Vietnam War prior to selling hot dogs. And he dedicates his hot dog carts in honor of the US vets who fought for the country.
There are two different names on your cards. Who were they and why the banner?
My first tour in Vietnam was Dave Gonzalez. We were good. He was his crew chief. I was gonna go with the same mission with him one day. Right towards my end of my tour, there was no room for me, so I went on another mission. And he never came back. The last thing I said to him, I says, when we get back tonight, we'll have a beer. Then when I got back, I just went and bought 2 beers, sat one with him, I had a beer, had a drink, and said goodbye to my friend. The second one was John Barnett on my second tour. I was just becoming a sergeant. He was a Lance Corps. I said, you got to pick up rank. You got to learn stuff. So here I am setting things up for him to learn how to fix a certain thing on a helicopter. And he comes over to me. He's got a machine gun on his shoulder. Yeah. And he's got his flight suit. And I said, what are you doing? I says, I'm doing all this for you. He says, I got to get out there. Yeah. You know? All right. And the last thing, I was really pissed at him. I was like, you son of a bitch. Here I am trying my best. And he got killed that day.
Wow.
He didn't come back. In the back of the cart, I've got the whole plaque where every member of a squadron who got killed. You know, so if I had 20 carts, I'd have a name on every one of them. Right, but, this is the only way I could do it. That's more important than making money. Yeah. But anything, the hell with the cart, the name's more important.
Now I gotta ask you one question. This is incredible. This is amazing. We have some free time. Can I take you out to try some Korean corn dogs?
That would be good. Everything in Korean is spicy.
We are in Koreatown in New York City. Super excited. Mind you, Korean hot dogs are extremely different from your New York hot dog. Do you know what you're coming in today for?
No. Well,
no idea.
Well, actually, I'm gonna Test the Korean hot dog.
Oh,
It's ours.
yes. Have you had it before?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Never had it?
It's probably something I know. We just got a different name. That's,
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, you're in for a surprise.
Yeah.
You don't sit down to eat hot dogs. You grab it on the go and you eat it on the way somewhere.
You know
right?
what the hot dog is? It's something that you grab with one hand. Usually when you're walking down the street in New York, especially in the business there, you
Yeah.
always have something in one hand.
Right.
Briefcase, whatever.
Yeah.
So you want something in one hand where you can just, you bang into that hot dog cart, you're hungry, you grab a hot dog, keep going.
This is the hot dog stand. Welcome to
Yeah.
the John Rowe hot dog stand.
hate that I do anything to feel it all again. I wanna let you be the one to go and bring me down.
Well, none of this we do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
here's the cart. I mean, how can you imagine doing what you're doing here in a push cart? You
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
do it, you know. And then the other thing is the clients, the customers that are coming. Where we are, especially our spot, we're right in front of the Met.
Yeah.
So we're handling people from all over the world.
Right.
You know, this Korean hot dog is basically Asian, I imagine.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's it. you know.
Popularized, yeah.
So if I put these out, I wouldn't sell any.
Like you said, this is called a hot dog, but
Yeah.
in reality, it's a corn dog.
It's a corn dog.
It's a corn dog, right?
Yeah.
So they'll twist it onto the hot dog,
Yeah.
right? Which looks like spinning yarn. Cut it up
Yeah.
like that, and then you're gonna dip it in some breading, usually panko, and then it goes right in the deep fryer. There's a timer there that
Yeah.
times it, and it cooks exactly for 5 minutes. Comes off and ready to serve. Do you like corn dogs? Are you a corn dog
I've
fan?
had them. Yeah,
You've
I've had them. Yeah. You know what it is? To me, there's only one hot dog in the world.
There's only one
You
hot
put
dog.
a hot dog in a roll, you put your toppings on it, that's a hot dog. That's
Yeah,
a New
yeah.
York hot dog.
Yeah.
But I'm open to trying other things, not that I'm gonna eat these
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day, you know.
yeah.
Not that I wouldn't, you know, but
It's very interesting because a lot of these foods that are super popular in America during the Korean War, they get kind of cross-pollinized.
Yeah.
One of the actual key Korean dishes that came out of that war was called the Korean stew. American soldiers
Yeah.
would take their spam and then combine it with Korean ways of cooking stew, and then it's still a dish that they eat today in Korea.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's called the Korean Army stew, literally named after it.
you see this whole timing thing?
Yeah.
That would kill you in the street.
Oh, because somebody
Nobody waits.
Somebody just wants to grab it and go, right?
We have to move.
Sauces here. You know, up to you, your choice, what you want to put. I know some things you're gonna argue. You say this doesn't belong on a hot dog.
You see ketchup?
Yeah.
I grew up, that's an insult.
Really?
This was an insult. If you put ketchup on a hot dog,
So
now,
we're not putting it on then.
well, not on mine. You can
Okay,
put it
not
on-
yours. Okay, this is all yours, by the way. I'm gonna tell you that right
I'll
now.
give it a shot on each one.
Okay. So anything else that stands out to you that you want to try? Yeah.
That's all. Just
That's
on
all?
that one.
Nothing on
Nah,
on these
nah,
bad
nah.
boys.
No.
You're a simple man. What's the dislike for ketchup?
It was never done. Never. You know, people would look at you like you're crazy.
Really?
You know, when I was in the service, I was down south. I said, let me have a hot dog with mustard. And they looked at me like I was crazy.
Really?
I said, mustard? We don't put mustard on hot
Wait,
dogs.
what do they put on hot dogs then?
Ketchup.
Oh,
That's
I
where,
see.
and the kids like ketchup because it's sweet.
Yeah, and we'll bring them over to the park, sit down, talk, and try some Korean hot dogs. Which,
Oh, sure, I'll try them.
yeah. So this is the takeout box. First impressions on the box. Nice looking box.
It is
Right?
very, very designed right.
They have the little holes here. So then, if you cover these, right, what happens is your food is gonna steam, especially if it's
Yeah.
fried. So they have this to let out some air, and then we have this. Look at that.
It's a great presentation.
It is, looks nice.
You got to say it the right way.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
great.
And then we're gonna start from left to right. We'll start with the classic hot dog,
Yeah.
and then we'll move down the route. I know this one, the
It's going to be a tough one.
yeah, the Cheetos one, you're kind of like on the fence about, but we'll start with this one here.
All right. They want to give us a taste test, huh?
Yeah, this is all you. So this is the first hot dog, classic Korean hot dog. You've seen how it's made,
Oh, yeah, sure.
right? And then you're gonna go for, right for the bite.
Got a great crunch, let me tell you.
Yeah?
Okay. I'm trying to distinguish the hot dog from everything else. That's
Right.
what you want. You want to get the taste of the hot dog. you know?
Yeah.
I got to say, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty
yes,
good.
wow. So
You see, this thing would fill you up.
this thing will fill you up.
This is a meal by itself.
This is,
and every
this
one
is.
of them is a meal by themselves.
Yeah. So I don't know how you're gonna get through the box. You might have to take it to go after, or you might just have to set up around the corner and take a nap.
Let's give it another one. Give it another shot for a different one.
Okay.
I was a little hesitant, you know. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
you know,
When you came in the store,
But
I
once
thought,
you get into it,
yeah,
you know, the hot dog, if you compare it to ours,
yeah.
this has no crunch or anything in it.
Right.
You know, so you can tell it's steamed. It was probably steamed, right? That's why it gives you a whole different texture when
Yeah.
you bite into it.
Yeah.
So I got that a lot, but that didn't take away from the taste.
Right.
You know, so it still had the taste. It's a good thing.
I think
Good stuff.
the crunch actually comes from the outside.
Oh yeah,
when
well
they
the
deep
crunch,
fry it.
yeah, you don't get any of that from the hot dog.
Right,
You know, it's
right.
all the outside.
But do you like that balance? Do you feel like if the hot dog was crunchy as well, it would be too crunchy?
Oh no, I think it would be better.
It would be better.
Oh yeah, I think it would be a better.
So
hot
they
dog.
upgrade the hot dog, this whole
But they wouldn't
experience.
be able to do it the way they're doing it. You know?
I see.
You know, this hot dog doesn't have any skin on it.
Right,
So the only way you can get a crunch is if you put it on the grill. And that opposes everything they're doing.
right,
You know,
right.
so you can't. It's not gonna happen.
All right, let's try the next one. We got, ooh, you're going right for it. So this is with potatoes on it.
I
So
love
it's-
potatoes.
You love potatoes?
Yeah. So we're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting right into the cheese. Oh, look at that.
I didn't reach it. I don't even see it.
So the top half of it is cheese, bottom half of it is dog. That's how they do it.
Well, I like the cheese.
You like the cheese?
potato.
Mozzarella cheese,
Well,
right?
yeah, I like it. Without the hot dog, it's good. We did
This is
great.
good?
Yeah.
So which one do you prefer out of the first two that you
This
tried?
one.
This one.
Oh,
Something
the
new.
cheese does it to me.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
about the potatoes?
potatoes are good.
Is it kind of like eating fries? Everything in combination?
Well, what we used to do when I was a kid, we would make potatoes and eggs. And when you would dice the potatoes the same way, cook them, then you take the eggs and break them, you know, scramble them, throw them over and mix it all up. And
Like
that's
an
got
omelet?
Almost, well, it's not an omelet, but we call it, it was a cheap meal for Italian, you know.
Yeah, what was it
potatoes and
called?
eggs. Potatoes and eggs.
Potatoes and eggs.
It doesn't
Right.
taste like a French fry.
Yeah.
It's more like a home fry, you know,
Right.
the home fry. I like that better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got a much better taste.
So if you don't mind me asking, like when did you come to New York?
My parents were born here.
We're born here.
Yeah, sure. My grandparents, on my mother's side, they came from outside Naples, Italy, and my father's side was Palermo in Sicily.
Right.
And my kids and my grandchildren born here, so
Right, right.
we're American and with Italian ancestry.
Well, what are you first? Do you feel more American or more Italian?
I'm American.
You're American.
I'm American.
So what do you think is distinctly Italian American? Like cuisine wise, do you prefer like an Italian pizza more? What you like a New York slice?
The pizza's New York.
Oh,
Pizza's
wow.
not Italian. Not in Italy. They make a really thin crust.
Yeah, yeah.
We basically we invented the pizza.
I always say if you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere in the world.
You got to be easy. You can't, you know, a lot of
Yeah.
New Yorkers, they got a chip on their shoulder or something.
Yeah,
Boy, we all got it rough. Everybody's
got
got
it
it rough.
rough.
You know, so when you come out, you don't have to be a nasty guy.
Yeah.
When we are at the Met, I meet people from every country in the world.
Right.
In every country. And when I look at them, I see America because that's what this country is. We're
Right.
from everywhere. So when you say you don't want these people, go take a walk. Where do you think you came from?
I feel like that's the true American spirit.
Yeah, you just gotta just embrace people. Come on, there's no one's better than anyone. No one is better than the
Yeah.
next person. It just doesn't happen.
Wow, I feel so welcome.
Well, you know, hey, listen. Well, I don't blame the whole world, you know, for being bad. You know,
Yeah.
people hate pick any culture. Because a few of them did something wrong, you got to kill them all. If you do something wrong to me, that doesn't mean this guy did. Why am I going to hate this guy for what you did? You didn't do it to me because of where you're from. You did
Yeah.
it to me because you're a lousy guy.
Yeah.
The last year of my business, I had 500 carts on the street. And what I would do if you came to me, you had no money, take the cart, go to work. You only had to pay me $5 a day.
Really?
$5 a day for that cart over there to be on the street. Whatever you make, you make. I could care less. Give me $5. I lost over 300 carts without people giving me 1 penny.
And you don't
Because-
regret that one bit.
Well, I was really disappointed.
Right,
Because
right.
I helped you. Here's what you did to me. I mean, you're working, you got my cart, and you're not paying me. And I was really depressed because I knew a lot of these people. And one Turkish kid came to my place and he says, Dan, I can't pay you because I don't have my rent money for my house. And he renewed my faith in everybody. Because I said, here's a kid who, as bad as he's having it, he still has he knew he has an obligation to me because he's using my equipment. I mean, you're working. And I said, you want to know something? You don't owe me anything. You take the cart, you work, you don't come back here ever again, you don't pay me nothing. I said, you just changed my whole outlook on everybody again. I wasn't
Really?
depressed after that. I knew that I can't blame the whole world for the 300 guys who robbed me. There were good people out there.
Yeah.
You know.
So do you believe in karma? When you do good, good will come
oh,
back.
good come.
Circle
And
back.
when
It might not
people
happen
do
in the
bad,
moment.
You know, when they came at me, Rudy Giuliani's people said to me, look, if you back away from the vets, we leave you alone. Meaning, if I screw the vets, not protect them.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I said, you do what you got to do. I said, if you carried as many dead and wounded Marines as me, you would never do what you're doing. And this city is probably the most anti-veteran
Really?
place in the world. The politicians, what they do in New York is they say you're the federal government's problem.
And it's so sad because the vets are the ones that fought for the country in the first place. Right?
Nobody would be doing what they're doing if it wasn't for the vet. I don't
Yeah.
care about the First Amendment. I don't care about any amendment. If men don't pick up a gun to fight, and women now, men and
Yeah.
women don't pick
Yeah.
up a gun, there's no America. There's
Right.
nothing. So what do we got left?
Okay, all right, we got 2 things left. I'm gonna keep the Cheetos in the very end, okay? We're gonna work along the way into a popular street food dish, which is rice cakes. Have you had rice cakes before? Do you know what rice cakes are?
Nope.
They made of rice, and they're just like these spongy, cylinder, chewy, carby items. Yeah, they chop up a
That's sick.
hot dog, and then you guys eat it together. This is really popular in South Korea.
Got a good taste, but because it's steamed,
Yeah,
it's just got a completely different texture. It's
Right,
when you
right.
grill it,
yeah.
Even if you boil it, it's different.
How's the bread though? Like on the outside casing of the
We'll give it a
corn dog?
shot.
Yeah. Wow, that's a big bite.
I actually like it better without the sauce on it.
Yep.
Because the sauce kind of gets absorbed into it
Oh, you like it better without the sauce?
without the sauce.
'Cause it kinda-
because it's got the crunch.
Right.
Now you lose the crunch.
Yeah. How do you like the sauce though in
No,
general?
I like it.
You like it?
It's just the right spice. If it was more than this, I couldn't eat it.
Nice.
But you know what it is?
Yeah.
If you got the right level, people get addicted to that.
Yeah. They keep coming back for
Yeah,
more.
they keep coming back.
Yeah.
It's like having a good chili.
Yeah.
And you get that kick, and it's burning, but it's not burning too
Yeah.
much, and that's what you got here. So
I think this is probably the foundational flavor profile for Korean food. They really like this kind of spicy, tangy, flavor, which you've never had before. First time having.
pretty good.
That's crazy. This is a rice cake. You want to try one of these, by the way?
Doesn't taste like rice, that's for sure. Not bad.
Yeah.
Trying to give a name to this,
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time describing it. Trying to compare it to something else I ate,
I think your face is gonna speak 1,000 words.
Well, I'll tell you something. The spice in it now, it started in there.
It's kicking in, right?
It's really, it's right below that level.
Okay, it's
And
right
that's the
there.
greatest level you can be. 'Cause,
Oh, it's a good balance. It's not over the
it's
top.
right there. They did
Yeah,
a good job
exactly.
on this.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our last item, the one that you kind of was on the fence about. You like Cheetos though, no?
Oh yeah, sure.
You like Cheetos, but not cased in a hot dog. And this is a special one because this is one right here. I'll give it to you. This one is special because the hot dog is wrapped in cheese. So you're gonna get the cheese right away. Oh, it's falling apart. I got you more napkins if you need them.
I think I like the potato one the best.
You like the potato one the best out of all of them. You didn't even mind it if it didn't have the sausage in it. Just the cheese and the
And
mozzarella.
the potatoes, that was good.
Those were good. So if you were to rank everything we had today, what would it be? Like, how would you rank it, top to bottom?
I'd say that the last one I ate
Yeah.
would just be a little below the regular hot dog one.
Yeah.
And then the mozzarella and the potatoes, that's on top.
Okay.
So if we went from 1 to 10, I would say 8.76.
876. How about the rice cakes, the one that was in that sauce?
That I like.
You like that?
I like
Wow.
the spiciness. I like that.
I need to take you to a Korean restaurant.
Well, maybe one day. Well,
Maybe one day. I know you're a busy guy. You're working, 6 times a week?
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Woody, at night, I sleep there at night.
Those
The
viewers
location.
don't know, right? Like you sleep at your location. So how
Every
often
night
do you
for
go
the last
home?
12 years.
How often do you go
I'm
home?
going to go home tonight for a few hours. There's so many, the industry right now is controlled by what we call the black market. It's organized crime.
Right.
So when you look out there and you see that cart,
Yeah.
you see one guy working a cart. What
Yeah.
I see is one guy working for someone who's got 50 of them.
Right.
That's the way New York is now. Every lucrative location in New York is controlled by these people.
Right. And is that why you sleep
I
outside?
got it because they'll walk into my spot.
Really? So if you
I had a captain of the police say, we'd rather get rid of you before we get rid of them.
Wow.
When I hear that, I said, but I'm the only legal guy. He says, that's why. If I was to give that up, then I've everything that I did, all of the 30 years of fighting the bad guys, then they were right. They won. And I'm not gonna let that happen. I got 15 more years. When
Yeah.
I'm 90, I might pack it up.
Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to click here to watch some Harlem chefs try Korean fried chicken for the first time, and click here for a video that YouTube thinks you'll love. Peace.